everybody, happy Friday, TGIF. Welcome to Fridays with Flora, and today we are in the kitchen and we are digging into pies again. So I don't know if you joined us last, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks ago. We dug into pie finishes and we focused more on like the butters, the fats, and the dairy, cream, milk, and eggs, okay? Because each one does something different. And depending on the vibe you're trying to get with your pie, you know, it's good to kind of check out what all those different proteins and fats do to the pie crust. So today I decided to dig into toppings. So depending on what kind of sugar, jams, honey, sweetener replacement, they're gonna do something different to the pie crust. I've always wanted to dig into this experiment because I'm a big pie maker. I don't know if you go to the blog, there's a ton of pie recipes, and plus I'm proud to say I am a 2-time winner of our parish apple pie contest. So I don't know, I'm really proud of that. Anyway, and we're getting into pie season. We're gonna be getting just amazing fruit. We're really, really close to strawberry season, and strawberry pie is one of my husband's favorite pies. So as we're getting into pie season, let's get our pie game on and dig in today on toppings. So join me in the kitchen as we have some fun. All right, so before we dive right into our toppings, I'm just gonna brush this with some cold water. If you're interested in finding out what different finishes do, I posted a video, I think, I don't know, about 6 weeks ago, that goes into, you know, what milk, cream, butter, different egg washes with yolk, without yolk, what that does to a pie crust. But because we're focusing now on finishes with the toppings, I'm gonna keep this very basic with just cold water. And all this is gonna do, it might add a little bit of sheen, but it's just to help with whatever we're going to be putting on stick. Also, to keep things consistent, I just got a basic raspberry filling from the store, and this is just a very typical store-bought pie crust, because this is all about what we can see with our finishes. Our toppings, I mean. Okay, so we're going to dive into these first two, which is turbinado and corn syrup. So turbinado has more of the molasses in the sugar. You could also use dark brown sugar, which is actually what I'm using. I did not have turbinado today. But the molasses supposedly gives a nice nutty flavor, a nice browning. And we're gonna use warmed corn syrup on here. And this is light corn syrup, and this is kind of what grandmas use. And I just heated it up in the microwave for about 15 seconds. Next up, we have just regular, plain old granulated sugar. Over here, I thought it would be nice if we saw what natural sugar substitute would do. For those of you that have, you're on keto, or you've got a member of your family that's diabetic. So this is Monkfruit, the classic one. For here, we're going to use sanding sugar, which is just a larger granule. And sometimes it can get really decorative. This is a decorative one I have that has a little bit of a shimmer to it. This next one is interesting. It's called Sugar Sugar, or 50-50, and this is Demerara sugar mixed with regular table sugar. So the Demerara, I didn't have this today, and a close substitute is just regular brown sugar. And again, that's that little bit of molasses left from the sugar cane, and it's 1 part Demerara and 1 part normal regular sugar. And this, kitchen.com swears by this mix. So there's that one. One of the last two toppings is warmed jam. So I've heated this up, and what you have to do is run it through a sieve. very fine mesh sieve. Yes, this is a little bit more time consuming, but depending on the flavor you want on your pie, this adds a nice, now this is apricot. You could do strawberry, you could do raspberry, orange. And there you go, and you can brush that on. And that's our warm jam one. And then finally, we have a little bit of honey that I warmed up in the microwave. This is another route you could go. Okay, so that's 8 variations on toppings. We're going to bake these up at a 450 oven for about 20 minutes, and then we'll see what we have. All right, we're gonna go through these one by one. Turbinado. Didn't really melt. I'm touching it, so it's definitely solid and is fused with the crust. It's very crunchy, it's very rustic. Probably will give you a nice crunch to the topping. So if you like that, that could work for you. So Monkfruit was really disappointing. Not only did it not brown, it left these weird, I don't know, it just kind of left this weird texture on the dough and made it kind of soggy. So I guess for those of you that are working with maybe, you know, keeping your sugar down, I would just go with an egg wash to finish it and just skip any kind of sweet topping. I have to say 50-50 is very interesting. That looks really, really nice. A little bit of browning, a little bit of white, just enough. You're gonna get a nice crunch, nice coloring. I have to say that's my favorite. Oh, honey. It just got absorbed into the dough and made it mushy and left a giant white spot. So I'm gonna say no on the honey. Let's go to the other side. I don't know if you can see this. I'm gonna lift it up. It's still a little hot. So it left a sheen, particularly on the edges here. I don't know if you can see that. So it's nice. It didn't brown up though. It browned up a little bit. I don't know, a little disappointing. I know this is an old-fashioned approach. Not my favorite. Sugar. Really pretty texture, nice shimmer. Didn't brown real well, just in areas. Little red-winged blackbirds joining our video, sorry guys. Gotta love spring. Sanding sugar. Look how pretty this turned out. Now, this sanding sugar is one of my decorative sugars, so just your regular sanding sugar might not be as shimmery and pretty. You can always pick this up in your the cake aisle or in the cake decorating aisle at your craft store. So a lot of texture, a lot of crunch, a lot of shimmer. If you really want to make a statement with your pie, that is definitely a statement. All right, finally, our warmed jam. Wow, is that pretty? So I will say this looks very similar to my egg yolk wash if you check out my other video. So if you don't want to add the cholesterol or you don't have an egg, but you like that look, warm up some jam and you'll get a really pretty shine to it. And like I said, it adds a little bit of an extra flavor. So depending on what you're trying to do with your pie, that jam can add a little layer of flavor on that crust. So that's it, guys. So that was pretty cool. I learned a lot. I know what I like on my pies now. So, you know, depending on what you want to do and what you want things to look like and taste like and mouth feel, you now have a sense of what you want to top your pie with. So thanks for joining me today. And if you want to keep up on our videos, please subscribe below, hit that button. It really helps us out with the algorithm, the giant YouTube algorithm, and gets us more eyeballs. It really helps. Some housekeeping notes. Those of you that are interested in native plant gardening, I am running my class again, partnering up with City Grange Garden Center in Chicago. And you don't need to be in Chicago to join this. It's a virtual class. So go to citygrange.com and go to events and classes. I'm going to be running it next Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. We had 100 people last time, and I know some people couldn't make it, so come join me. We're going to talk about Native Plants 101, and though, yes, I'm in the Midwest, there's a lot to learn just about native plants in general, understanding what they do to your garden, and then from there, you can go and do your research around your area and what's native to you. So join me there. It's a free class. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, something really, really cool. So we have old windows at our house, and we're gradually, as we get more budget, we're replacing them. They're about 100 years old. And long story short, my office window wasn't able, we have a storm window that doesn't always open all the way, but I crack it open a little bit when it's really hot, and we had some warm weather last month. I was going to take it down as we were having some frost warnings, decided not to, and a robin has made a nest in the window right there in my office. So I am having ringside seats to a robin family raising these babies. They just were born. We had 2 born 2 days ago, and then the 3rd baby was born yesterday. If you're interested in keeping up on all this amazing close-up amazingness, join my Instagram feed. I'm sharing video and pictures when I can sneak close enough to take them, because I'm trying to be respectful of Mama Robin and Papa Robin, who had no idea how involved Papa Robins are in raising their family. They're very involved, and he keeps coming by and actually feeding the Mama Robin while she sits and takes care of the kids. It's amazing. So anyway, join me, Instagram, Urban Domestic Diva Instagram feed, and or my new native plant focused Instagram feed, You Can Be Native. Come over there and you can just keep an eye on these amazing robin babies. So anyway, I hope to see you there. Please come by. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful weekend.